Hey, everybody. Tap in, tap in, tap in. This is Pastor Todd. It is Monday, September 13th. I would love it if you would come in. Excuse me, I'm looking a little rough for a Monday, but do me a favor, tap in, comment, let me know that you can see and hear me. Let me know that you can see and hear me. Say hello. I see you coming on Instagram. Sister McFadden, I see you there. Need to make sure I'm on. Oh, there we are. How about I just move you over here so I can see you? There we go. All right, I see you on. Hey, Brandon, how you doing? If you're coming on, say hey, wave, say hi. It's good to see you all. I had a late night, as I always do after an event. And normally I put up a long post and tag a bunch of people, which I probably will do maybe on this post later on, tag everyone again and thank them for what they've done. But I figured I'd come on and do it this way. I'm on Facebook, I'm on YouTube, I'm on Instagram, I'm on the Second Baptist Church page, as well as my own private profile. So I might not see your comments everywhere. If you're commenting on, for instance, my personal page, I might not see those comments, but hopefully I'll go back and read them later, and hopefully we'll be able to connect. So I'm going to do one more thing to just make sure that I can experience you and you can experience me the right way. I just want to make sure we're connected and seeing each other. I'm just going to give a few thank yous and want to let you know how much I appreciate the support of what we've tried to do at Second Baptist with the Inspire Summer Concert Series. Just want to tell you from the bottom of my heart how grateful and thankful I am for all of the support that we've gotten to make something happen in our city for us, in our community, doing something a little different, a little unique. And I can't say it enough, going along for the ride of what it means to do these things. So I think I'm seeing everyone's comments from everywhere. So I think I'll just go ahead and do this. Hey, Uncle Mike, how you doing? Patricia, thanks for tapping in. Do me a favor, like, share, tag somebody in the comments and let them know they can come in. Just want to give my heartfelt thanks for everybody and every company, organization, entity that helped to make Inspire that we did last night at the Warren Amphitheater, the second installment of our summer concert series, a success and a blessed event. And I really do feel blessed. First of all, I have to thank our church, Second Baptist Church. I am so grateful to pastor a church where I can basically, I don't want to say experiment because that wouldn't be the right word, but I really can stretch the bounds of vision and ideas at Second Baptist Church. And I honestly believe, I've heard it say, one of my deacons, Deacon Flanagan, would say, there's no church like Second Baptist Church. There truly is no church like Second Baptist Church. This month, I'm celebrating 6 years as the lead servant, as the servant leader, the pastor of Second Baptist. And it's a great honor. It is an everyday humbling experience to pastor wonderful people and be a part of one another's lives. And so to Second Baptist, and I'm going to mention you several times, but to our members, our officers, everybody who comes along for the ride, even when you're not sure, I really do appreciate how you just go along. And I don't want to say go along, it sounds so crazy because somebody might say, I ain't going along with that. But how you allow space for God to use me and to provide the vision, and that how that manifests in the different events, the different things that we do. I can't say that enough to the Second Baptist Church. And I want to say very boldly that Second Baptist Church is a massive blessing to our city and our region. It is a massive blessing. The church in general, the Black church in general, is a massive blessing. I know the hits. You don't have to tell me. I've seen the memes and the comments and the posts and all the things that are wrong with the Christian church, the Black church. Second Baptist is a massive blessing to our community. Just this year alone, tens of thousands of dollars poured into our community in so many ways that I hope you recognize, and I'll talk about a little bit later. I want to thank all of our sponsors. That means these are people who spent money, wrote checks. And by the way, if I didn't get your check yet, come on with it. but all of our signed on sponsors who have supported the Inspire Summer Concert Series. And we've had so many sponsors support everything we do. I do believe in pursuing sponsorship for what we do, and that there are people waiting and willing to pour into good ground, to pour into good events that are an uplift to our community. So Second Baptist Church, number one, we make financial contribution. We bear the burden. We shoulder the financial burden of these events. And if nobody else comes through, we come through. So I thank our members for their generous giving, and for our leaders and staff for seeing the vision that we make, the investment that we have in these things. I want to thank Bright Energy Innovators, the business incubator in downtown Warren that is focused on new technology, green energy, the new electric world and vehicles. They have partnered with Second Baptist Church to do wonderful things with our youth and with the youth of our urban community. And as I said last night, we want to expand this. Second Baptist only has so many youth, and just like the rest of you all, they're busy doing here and there. But we want to expose our children to new opportunities, to be prepared for the next generation of jobs and careers, and even just knowledge that will help them to succeed in life, so that our community is not left behind. I want to thank 717 Credit Union. They are always a fervent sponsor of the community events and initiatives that we do, especially around the arts and music in our community. They're always stepping forward. Sterling McCullum Williams Funeral Home, Sterling, Crystal, Tyler, and staff, you also wonderful. You all, again, in our community especially, we need to give our respect to the Williams family and Sterling and McCullough Williams Funeral Home family, because they do so much for our community. Our local radio station, at least one of our local radio stations, Star 94.7, they were supporters. Pit Boss Barbecue and Gamers Lounge, Casey, thank you so much for your support. My own organization, Black Boys Read, my nonprofit, which we will be jumping back into the flow. I told you all before high school football started that we had to give up our Friday nights because many of our boys and their parents are involved in football here in Ohio. But we will be setting a new date. So look out for an email. I'm back in the saddle. So look out for an email, parents. Second Baptist Preschool, those of you know who live in the city, the historic Second Baptist Preschool right here at the church. Trumbull County Youth Build. Thank you so much, Mr. Emerson and the Trumbull County Metropolitan Housing Authority and Youth Build. Progressive Baptist Church, my good dear friend and brother, Pastor Jeff Stanford, a sponsor supporter. My own podcast, Religiously Incorrect Podcast. We were sponsors, and thank you to the team, Mike, Larry, Big L, I should say, Jeff, and myself for jumping into that. Huntington Bank was also a contributor and a supporter. My man Fernando and Phillips Care LLC, they do Phillips Lawn Care. They do industrial and commercial and residential repair, installation. Matter of fact, they just did something on one of my houses, one of my older houses that I'm getting ready to sell, and they did a beautiful job, and I appreciate them. And Nick Santucci, who is running for state rep, he signed on as a sponsor as well. And I personally signed on as a sponsor since I am running for First Ward Council in the city of Warren. If you haven't heard, now you know. I also contributed to the sponsorship level as well. So we thank our sponsors so much. I'm going to talk about this in a minute, but quality events in our community cost money. If you're watching this, you can type that in the comments. Quality costs money. To do quality costs money. And so I thank them for providing a good portion of the finances to make the Inspire Summer Series we did in August and last night in September a success. I want to thank Candace and the Black business market. And I want to say a lot about the Black business market because they've been doing a phenomenal job since the pandemic started to help promote and give opportunity and spotlight Black entrepreneurs in the city of Warren. And I'll say a little bit more about that later, but I do want to give a hint of what I'm going to say in a minute. Candace and the entrepreneurs did a phenomenal job, and I really do wish they had been patronized more because it is so hard to get out and do this business thing. And honestly, as I said on stage, because I'll never say anything online, I didn't say anybody's face, we talk a lot about Black economics and Black commerce and Black business and all of that. But until we start spending money with each other, and I'm talking real money, until we start spending real money with each other and really patronizing each other. And I know it's not possible in every vein, in every field, in every industry, But until we start spending money with each other, we cannot talk Black economics. It has to be more than a Facebook post and a meme. We love memes. We love Facebook posts. We love sharing YouTube videos of, people spitting wisdom and all of that stuff. We love celebrating people like, what's the brother that passed away, Nipsey Hussle, and all that. We love celebrating that, but we have to invest in it. We really do. And so I thank Candace and all the entrepreneurs who came out and brought their products, brought their items, set their tents up, took the time to be there all day. And I'll talk more about that and what it means to support our community and how we can do more and build out off of these platforms. I want to thank everybody who made this a part, starting with, going back again, Second Baptist Church, our members and our volunteers. I thank you for your support. We have such a wonderful core of people who are committed and follow vision, and they show up. It matters to show up. It matters to be present. It matters to give your effort and your time to get up. All of us are working. All of us got to go to church like we did yesterday and then come back out and do this stuff. And I really thank God for those who have made the effort and the time wherever they can, however they can. And we understand some simply cannot. But our members and our volunteers, the brothers, and I do want to shout a few out. Don't get mad if I don't say your name, but I definitely want to shout out Brother Tim, Robert, Brother Stanley, Brother Greg. We have so many. I could just go on and on and on, but these brothers kind of anchor the brothers, and they did it especially for these two events. And I know there are other names, and I don't mean to leave anybody out. If I could just go down the list and list every brother in the church, I would. And I know when you call names, you get in trouble. That's why the wiser preachers don't do that. But I really want to give it to them because they really do the work. And I appreciate even what they overcome to do the work. And I hope it's an inspiration to our men, our young brothers, that it takes something to really just get out there and just do the work and do what needs to be done. I'm a big on that phrase. Matter of fact, you can type that in the comments. Just do the work. I'm big on that phrase. I'm hard on men because of how my dad raised me to be. Just do the work. I don't want to see you, don't want to hear you. I just want to see you doing the work. Just do the work. And our men do the work. Our office staff, Sister Rose, Sister Carol, Sister Janice did an amazing job with the tickets and answering all the crazy phone calls and questions they couldn't answer and had to go back to me. Great job in the office staff, getting everything together, making sure everybody gets paid, everything's handled and reserved and all of that. Congratulations, Sister Rose, by the way. Our culinary committee at Second Baptist, thank you, Sister Diane, Sister Liz, Sister Grogan, Sister Keys, all of our sisters who help out so very much. Again, I'm going to start missing folk. I know I'm going to start missing folks. Sister Evelyn, I know I'm going to miss people, but just tag them and type their names if I forget, because it's just, it's not my heart, it's my mind. Our culinary committee made sure we had refreshments and water and pop and hot dogs and all of that. And they even gave stuff away at the end of the night because they didn't want to go home with any food. I appreciate them for all they did and all they strive to do. I want to thank a couple brothers that really stepped up in areas, especially that are special to me because it's stuff I usually have to run around and do. Mike Ingram, CJ, Christian Harrison, who handled stage stuff for me. Mike just did so much running and making sure a lot of things were done. All of our ticket people, Sonia Harden and Miss Janice, and those that were at the table with her. I didn't see everybody who was there. Sandy Carroll. Second Baptist, just can't shout you out enough. I really can't. Big shout out to Coach Steve Arnold. Coach Steve Arnold and the Warren G. Harding football team. He always says, if you need something, if you need the young brothers, let me know. The Warren G. Harding football team came out to set up and break down. And I mean, they were there to make sure all the heavy lifting was done and make sure everything was back in the church. Thank you, young brothers, all of our young bulls, all of our young kings. I said it to a couple of the brothers when they were dropping off tables at the church last night. I want to make this a public statement that if you are a young man in the city of Warren or in this area, especially our young school-age children, young teenagers, young adults, if you ever want somebody to talk to or a positive group to be around, just inbox your brother. If you feel like you're getting in trouble, if you feel like you're sliding, if you feel like you're going down the wrong path and the wrong way, you're stressing out over school. It could be school, girls, grades, team. You mad at the coach? I told some of the team, Coach Arnold goes to our church, so he got to answer to me sometime. So if he gets out of pocket, just tell on him to me. But really, if you're going through, and young fellas, I told them, a call a brother. And if it's not me, I know somebody else that would make it happen for them. I want to thank our performers. Brother Billy Beck, the legend, the brother. It's been so great working with you. I've been working a meeting with him regularly recently. Go like Billy Beck. He has a page right now on Facebook and Instagram. Matter of fact, go like, it's Billy Beck Music on Instagram, Billy Beck on Facebook, Billy Beck Music on Instagram, Billy Beck on Facebook. There's a BillyBeckMusic.com. Go like those pages, go follow those pages, go share those pages. This legendary performer right here from the area who serves at our local church, Friendship Baptist in the area, released his first gospel album and did a phenomenal job for us. Thank you so much, Brother Beck. I appreciate you. To the twins from Second, at least I call them the first set of twins, Carday and Sharday, wonderful spoken word presentations you did. You all know how much I love supporting the children and letting these young people get seen and heard and exposed on a broad stage in positive manners. To our young geniuses, Talia and Jabril, who both played the violin and did short pieces. I heard you, Talia. She played a version of How Great Is Our God. And that was just amazing. Amazing. And Jabril did a medley of different songs. I heard some rock music in there. I heard some movie scores in there. It was just phenomenal what they did. And I just bless you, young people. And we appreciate you and your parents for being there. And again, I love the young people, and I love bringing variety and arts and culture to us. It's not all just gospel music or hip hop or R&B. We want to expose our young people to so much more. So thank you so much. And of course, our featured artist, the Red Hands. Red Hands was a phenomenal band. I keep telling y'all, I never bring junk to the city. I always try to bring people who I know you will enjoy. We all enjoyed them. We all wanted more. They did so great. They just, to see 6 young Black brothers doing it like that, I told them before the concert that I have it in my heart because of my experience in music to give young bands that are on the, they are a rocket ship on the way up. And I love to give them quality experiences. We call them gigs, quality gigs, quality events to be a part of, where they don't have to play on broke down drum sets and be in the back of somebody's church basement to have an event to sing. I wanted to pay them, wanted to provide the amenities they need, and make sure that they were well taken care of and can be their very best. Because I believe that when we are given proper platforms, then we can perform with excellence. I do believe when we're given proper platforms, that's a sermon right there, then we can perform with excellence. So Red Hands, you were phenomenal. If you have not checked out Red Hands, if you missed it or saw it live and you're sorry you missed it, you can still check them out. Go like the Red Hands Facebook page, Red Hands YouTube page, listen to their music on Spotify, Apple Music. Next time they're in a concert, go support them. I might even bring them back because they were so good. So let's just support our young men and our young artists that are coming up. And they have several albums out. You can buy them, you can stream them, check them out. You won't be disappointed. My boys love them, and they got to introduce them. So thank you. To Jam Sound and Satin Sound, who did the technician part of things, thank you so very much. I forgot to shout out my daughter, Lundy. She did recording for both events. London is a phenomenal young lady who does great tech work for me at the church. She's the one that manages our stream and does a great job for us. And she recorded for us the last 2 concerts as well. And finally, I want to thank the city of Warren and even the local police department for all that you did to make the amenities good. The AMP is a wonderful venue. I wish we had more events there. We have wonderful rock concerts and that go through the summer, but I'd like to see more of us doing these cultural events. But I want to kind of give you a word before I go. And this is the lesson part of things. You all know my heart, and I hope you appreciate the efforts that we in Second Baptist Church try to make in these things. I am not a promoter. I am not even an event planner. I'm just a pastor and another brother, a husband and a father, and a lifelong resident of Warren in the Mahoning Valley. And I want us to have quality experiences and positive engagement in our community. As a pastor, obviously, that's going to come through Christian gospel-focused events, almost all of them. We've done Inspired to be a little bit different. We've done Sean Jones a couple years ago. We had Ariel back in August, and she was phenomenal, and all the artists that were a part of that. But I have to tell you, it matters that we bring energy to ourselves, to our own community. It matters that we invest in ourselves. our tickets were $15, and people might have asked, why $15? I'm not paying $15. I haven't heard of this band. I've been to the Black business market for free. Why pay money to do that? Listen, nothing really comes free that's worth anything. Nothing comes free that will uplift us. And until we learn to truly invest in ourselves, and I'm not saying this for my sake. I'm not saying this for my sake. Of course, I'd like to have massive crowds and make money. Of course, everybody wants that. I'm really saying it for community's sake, because somebody else will come along and have an event. Somebody else will come along and do something. And we've had everything from Juneteenth celebrations to our local Black Fest to various festivals and block parties, and even different parties or galas and events. Listen, I want to speak to our people right quick. I'm very proud of how Second Baptist and so many others invest real money in our community. If you knew the thousands of dollars, honestly, the tens of thousands of dollars that we have poured into, and by the way, trying our very best to put it in Black people's hands. Every single person on stage that you saw at the last two concerts received something. And if you didn't get it yet, it's on the way. Matter of fact, I got a card I have to send to one of my young people. We wanted to make sure we believe in paying. We believe in investing. And it's become, after our first few concerts, it became a conviction of mine that I had to decide in my mind that Black culture, Black talent, Black gifting, Black music, Black artists, Black art is worth paying for. And I cannot expect everything for free. I don't know if Jeremy's still on, but he and his brother Joseph have a wonderful group. I know what it's like to be the artist and everybody's giving you a chicken wing or a handshake and a good job. Listen, we have to be willing to pay for artistry. We have to be willing to pay one another. I know there are corporate sponsors out there. But by the way, thank you, Jay. I appreciate it. By the way, we have brothers and sisters and elders that have been doing this before I ever came along. And I told Red Hands this, as I just said to you, I was proud to put a check in their hand, proud to make sure hotel accommodations were there, proud to make sure the drum set they asked for and the keyboard they asked for and the microphones they asked for were all in place. I was proud to do that because I don't feel we should wait until somebody is a Grammy Award billionaire that doesn't even need the money for us to pour out money to each other. And I'm just encouraging my community, especially my Black community and my church community, to stop giving all our money to the millionaires and the billionaires and start thinking about our local and regional and up and coming brothers and sisters and artists who need that $500, that $100, that $1,000, that $3,000. You don't know how much these performances cost, how much work they put in. I can't tell you enough how much you need to put into our local Black entrepreneurs. Buy the shirts, buy the lotion, buy the soaps, buy the cups and the bedazzled tassels, whatever it is, y'all. The purses, I don't care if it's knockoff. I don't care. Buy. Okay, we have to learn how to spend money on each other. And by the way, we also have to learn how to spend money in positive places that aren't a bar and that aren't a $200 ticket to a superstar's concert. We have to learn how to gather when it's not a football game or a funeral. We have to learn how to raise the vibes and the energy of our community and say, I'ma just show up because it will build us up. It will build us up. Trust me. My brother, I have nothing against my brother that does the rock concerts in Warren, but man, I'd love to have that same kind of crowd and charge $8 and do all that stuff. But you know, you got to scale up when you know you're working with less. But if we can do so much powerful things together, if we support, not just me, I'm not saying support Pastor Todd. I don't need your sympathy. We did great. We did well. We're okay. But I'm telling you that there is so much more we can do. And I'll just say this and I'll leave out. And I'm on my 25-minute mark already. I am going on 40 years next year in lifelong resident, and I'm diehard Warren, diehard Mahoning Valley, you know, never went anywhere, never moved away and all that. Who knows what God has, but it's not my life. It's just not my place. I know in my sanctified and Black soul what the economic struggles, what the population decline, what the issues that our community has faced over the last 3-4 decades have done to us mentally and emotionally and spiritually. I know because I've been raised in it, and now I pastor in it. I went to school in it. I've run organizations in it. I've done events like this in it. And I'm aware that that cloud is over us, especially those of us of a younger generation. I know some of you haven't stuck around. I hope somebody pops in to hear this. It is up to us to turn the tide of that energy. We cannot wait for someone else to come and save us. I left the thought I was saying earlier, and I apologize. But what I was saying was that I am really good at getting corporate sponsors. I'm really good at getting people that want to support what happens in our community. But I want to be super duper honest with you. We come from people who did this kind of stuff without sponsors, without corporate money, without banks paying, without government grants, without saying that Uncle Sam owes me something. Because we come from people who got it from themselves. And we have to do for ourselves. I don't care if somebody's doing the white ball, the march party, I don't care if it's the local football team. And yes, a local church that is pouring out money into the community and making sure we pay artists, pay vendors, take care of things. Put your money where your mouth is as it concerns your community. And my brothers and sisters that don't do church, I get it. Please don't waste all your money at the bar. Put it into other positive things. Put it into other things in our community. Yes, some of us will be doing stuff in different phases and different spaces, but we can do so much if we just do it together. And the only way to uplift us is to invest in us. Thank you, Big L. Hey, Lil Neff, good to see you. Javon. The only way to uplift us is to invest in us. And again, we did good. I'm straight. I really am. But I'm saying for the next time, for the next one, for the next event, for the next Black Business Market, for the next concert, for the next gospel event, whatever it might be, for the next rap concert, I don't care. Whatever it is, invest in us. And pay that $10, pay that $15, pay that $30. Stop whining and fussing and talk about I would go, I don't know him, I don't know them. Trust me, you got a guy making tens of thousands of dollars every weekend with tribute bands, cover bands, guys that just practice in their garages and they come down to the amphitheater and people pay money and party. All right? We need to learn how to do that. And I'm a pastor, but everything doesn't have to be surrounded by the stuff a pastor would want to do. Whatever we do it positive, do it well. Support each other. Don't make excuses. Don't say, well, it's football season. It's always football season. It's always baseball season. It's always something. Listen, whenever something comes about that we can be a part of that doesn't have us sitting on our butts at home talking about there's nothing to do, I think we should do it. And I want to shout out Candace in the Black Business Market again, because honestly, if there was one thing I was disappointed in, it wasn't ticket sales. It wasn't crowd not big enough, none of that. I wanted to see more people walk out of there and buy stuff. And so do me a favor and make it up. The next Black Business Market is coming up, and I don't think I have the date on me, but the next Black Business Market is coming up. And I really wish as many people as possible would go and support our Black entrepreneurs and our Black businesses. And what Candace is doing, excuse me, I got a tickle, what Candace is doing and what they've done, because they came out and they set up, and I don't think they got as much, and I'm just being honest because I think we have to have honest conversations. I don't think they got what their time and their effort put in. And so I would love it. Second Baptist members, I want you to go to the next Black Business Market and go support and buy something. And let's keep promoting and supporting that. And the next time, make sure you're there and don't let anybody give you an excuse to not be there. Let's work together. And again, thank you for hanging around for my little mini sermon, my little mini message. I want us to see us do well, but we have to do it together and with each other. So, hey, go to the next football game and cheer on our team and don't boo the coaches and the players. Go to the next event and support without any drama. Support our local Black businesses when they're doing things. Let's not just talk about it, show up. Don't just like posts. Don't just, and I'm not knocking anybody that's commenting right now, but don't just comment on posts and say, good, show up. Wheelchair yourself up there if you have to. It makes such a difference. Presence makes the difference. And I'm saying it as a young man that was born and raised and has been operating and thriving in the social media age. This social media support is killing us sometimes because social media is just that. It's social media. We have to go back to being present with each other. Where if you weren't there, you just weren't there and you wanted to be there. Our presence makes the difference. Our investment makes the difference. Our finance makes the difference. Our positivity makes the difference. Our energy makes the difference. So help me and so many others make a difference. I thank you for tuning in. I thank our sponsors, thank our volunteers, thank our performers, thank everybody who was a part. And I thank you in advance for your support the next time, because I know it's going to be great even next time. Hey, you guys take care. I love you. I'm praying for you. Go to church somewhere. Bye-bye.